Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. David Benavidez scores a sixth round retirement victory over Demetrius Andrade. He retains his WBC interim super middleweight title. I think he originally won this title against David Lemieux back in May of 2022. And this is his second defence. He beat Caleb Plant in his first defence. That was earlier this year, back in March. He won a unanimous decision. This never threatened to go the distance because Andrade, apart from the fact he started off as a 154 pounder, he was never really at the races, not with Benavidez. Benavidez looked just too big and too strong. The first couple of rounds, Andrade was messing him around, seemed to have the right tactics, was firing a lot of punches, and then sort of grabbing and holding and spinning. And, it was little clusters of punches, nothing major, nothing that really bothered Benavidez. I think he was trying to frustrate him, which, if had the fight progressed, he may well have done. But make no mistake about it, by the third round, Benavidez was getting very, very close to Andrade. And when he was landing, he was clearly hurting Andrade. There's no doubt about it. He was just, he was too big and too powerful. And Andrade just wasn't used to sort of facing that type of physical strength and power. And he was being manhandled up close. Nothing he could do was really stinging Benavidez. Benavidez always looked like the more comfortable fighter in there. Even when Andrade was able to have little pockets of success, you always got the feeling that Benavidez was winning the fight. You know what I mean? In the fourth round, things really started to unravel badly for Andrade. Benavidez managed to floor Andrade with a big backhand that just stunned Andrade, sent him to his knees. He got back up, Andrade. Also, I should point out, of course, Andrade being a southpaw, this in no shape or form seemed to bother Benavidez at all. Maybe for the first round and a half, 2 rounds, Benavidez was just finding his range. But once he found his range, the knockdown just illustrated everything. I mean, as soon as he found his range, he was able to hurt Andrade. Andrade got up. It was a hellish remainder of the round for him. The fifth round was even worse. I mean, it's absolutely terrible round for Andrade. He got battered from pillar to post. There was no hint of anything coming back. He was just really trying to survive. But, I don't know, maybe that's not fair because Andrade was desperately, in that fifth round, there was nothing going on for him at all. He was battered. But in the sixth round, he was trying to, gain some sort of initiative. He was firing his own punches. There was one little cameo where he fired a salvo of punches to head to body, and it just had no effect on Benavidez. Now I mentioned the body work in the fifth round. Oh my God! I mean, Benavidez, played the xylophone on Andrade's ribcage, both sides, and just Andrade was in agony. I mean, I think actually that knockdown, the punch, the backhand that landed on the chin, went through the guard, landed on the chin. Was it the chin or was it the side of the face? Whichever one it was, it put Andrade on the floor. That was really the cherry on the cake because all the bodywork before that is what had really softened up Andrade. But he desperately tried in the sixth round to fight back. By the end of the round, he was getting beaten up again. The referee actually got the doctor to look at Andrade between the fifth and the sixth round. And Andrade went out for the sixth, but the doctor wasn't really needed at the end of the sixth round. The corner pulled out Andrade, quite rightly so. It was one-way traffic. He was only going to get seriously hurt. He was just out of his depth in terms of strength, power, but also, I mean, I think he's 37 now, or 35 maybe, Andrade. I think he's 35. And Benavidez, I think, is 26. So there's a big difference in age. Andrade came in undefeated. He was 32 wins, no draws, no defeats, 19 KOs. But he never came close to dealing with Benavidez in any shape or form. He just never faced anyone that big and that powerful. And this is only his second fight at 168. I don't know if he can still make 160. If he can, he needs to go back down, even though he's 35 now. Because these 168 pounders are just too good. They're too big, I should say. And for the 26-year-old Benavidez, mean, he was calling out Canelo, as he has been doing for some time now. This is a terrific win for him, obviously, to take a guy's unbeaten record. He's had a long career, has Demetrius Andrade, but he's never really fulfilled his potential. He's won a couple of belts at 154 and 160, but he's never really had any signature fights. If you want to mention signature fights for Benavidez, obviously Canelo is the man, and he desperately wants to fight Canelo. And why not? Why not? I mean, I think that would be a terrific fight. I would make Canelo a favourite, but Benavidez is a tough big dude. Don't make no mistake about it. He can fight all right. So yeah, I mean, a terrific win, absolutely terrific win for Benavidez. So what did you think of the fight? Let me know. Comments below, of course, as always. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Please hit the like button. I think Benavidez is great to watch. He's not entirely unlike Subriel Mateus, you know, much lower weight, 140 of course, but not necessarily in style, but in the idea that even though he might early on be just soaking up punishment, you just get the impression he's going to come on strong, and he always does. It's very, very impressive stuff from Benavidez, very impressive indeed. So let me know your thoughts, comments below, subscribe to the channel if you're new, please, hit the like button as well, and spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. Many thanks as always, and bye for now.